Alright, hi everyone. So, welcome to Nanabun World number 5. And this is Source. I'm back after a really long time away. And I know nothing about Nanabun no Niju ni now. So, today with me is Onee. Hi Onee.
Hello.
Tzion. Hi Tzion.
Hi guys.
Jarryd. Hi Jarryd.
Hey, what's good?
And Matto. Hi Matt.
Hey, I'm not hosting for once.
Well, you can take a break today and just join in the conversation.
Alright.
So, for today's podcast, we're going to be talking about a few things. As usual, we have event reports, and we also have a little bit of news, and then we're going to talk a bit about upcoming events, right? And then, of course, some other general conversation. So, let's dive right into it and start with event reports. So, we had 2 events, so who would like to start? Maybe Matt.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so on July 29th, July 29th? July 29th, they had an event this is Akihabara, right?
Yes.
It was in Akiba, yeah.
Shinseido.
The place next to the porn shop, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so this was with Sally, Aina, and Mizuha? Okay, still those 3. Okay. And I guess this was pretty much the same as the last couple ones where they did 2 of the same games. They did the clap, say a word association game, and then also the scene game, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the clap game kind of like a rhythm game?
Yeah, like it's like clap, apple, and then some.
Well, it's word association. Yeah. It's word association, but they do it like to a beat.
Yeah. And then if they mess up or they say a word that we want them to like do a scene based off of, let's say sore, and then they have to act out that scene based off of that word.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. So I don't remember what happened to that.
I don't remember it too, so I'm quiet.
I got there late.
I'll have Zion.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, guys.
Actually, wait, Zion came late.
Forgettable.
Yeah, I got there like halfway through the improv actually, so I missed the first part of it, and I was like in the back because of that too.
Yeah.
I feel like we should cut that because I don't think it's doing the group any favors to say it was a forgettable event.
No, we have to be honest.
That's true. Well, I guess they can't all be winners. Though, I guess since I've never been to an event, I feel like I would remember it. So worth going if you haven't been to any others. At least they're consistent.
But maybe
how about
Zion can talk about something, because this is like his last event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did
so
you
I got there really late. The event itself, I saw about half of the improv, and it was about the same as the previous improvs, with like Sally acting stupid most of the time, like doing her weird old man stuff. Like she likes to do her old man voice.
Godly old man. It's the best voice.
All right. Well, I think when I got there, she was like laying down on the stage.
Oh, yeah, I saw the photos of that.
And I wasn't really sure what the context of that was, because I had just walked in. So.
Well, who knows? Maybe
But
the
she was
people who were there don't know what was going on either.
I don't know.
It's Sally after
I make
all.
a rough guess, but then Mizuha was playing a doctor, and like she was showing Aina some photos of something she's doing at work, and then Sally's playing I don't know, a sick person. I can't remember what kind
I was gonna say a corpse.
person she was.
I think probably mentally sick, because it's Sally.
I was
Sick of Muzu.
Yeah. Probably.
Wow. So they were playing
That's about
doctor?
all I remember from the improv.
So they were playing doctor, and you found it forgettable. Amazing.
True.
All right. Well,
Well,
how about the second event? So the one that came after that.
I guess I don't know. Actually, well, I mean, Zion would talk about like his last interactions with.
oh yeah, we didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, so like because they had the handshake after that,
Mm.
or well, high touch, not handshake.
Oh,
I mean,
high
it was
touch.
more of a handshake for me, but So yeah, like on the previous one that I went to, I bought like 30 tickets.
Previously on Handshake Ads.
Yeah.
Someone's rich.
On this one, not anymore. So I bought like 30 on the previous one. This one I couldn't afford to get 30, so I only got 15.
Only got 15.
So
It was actually really annoying. I had to borrow some cash from Matt because the place didn't take cards. They didn't take like debit cards, so I had to borrow cash from Matt and then go to the ATM afterwards. That was the first one that we've been to that they didn't allow you to make the purchase with a card. Like even when we were at even when we were in Odaiba, like and they were selling them out of a tent. They were taking credit cards. But here at an actual like store that sells DVDs and CDs and stuff, they weren't taking cards. That was weird. But anyway, so I got my tickets and I waited until everybody else had gone. Like I went to the staff ahead of time and let them know that I had all these tickets and I wanted to use them all in one go. And they're like, all right.
they already know you.
And then well, they know me, yeah. So Negiko was there too. And Negiko bought a good number. He might have bought the same number as me, but he was saving some for the second event too. Like he wasn't using them all for the Sally session. So Negiko like actually helped out during that because I was waiting for Caitlin to arrive with my Gintoki Bokuto that has Amaki written on the handle. And she was running like even later than I was.
She was hungover.
Yeah, she was hungover from the night. Well, not just hungover, but she had like stayed up until 5 a.m. as she tends to do, and so she had to like take a cab all the way there from wherever she lives. I don't know, somewhere in North Tokyo.
She could have bought another ticket for that. That amount of money.
But yeah, well, basically, yeah, she could have. But. So she was on their way, and Negiko like was using his tickets one at a time, which was great to stall the line while we were waiting, because there weren't a ton of people at this event. There weren't a lot of people there at all, and so the line basically dried up really quickly, except for a few people who went through multiple times. And so Negiko was really helpful with that, and Caitlin got there just in time for me to. I couldn't give the sword directly to Sally because they don't let you do that, but I gave it to the MC guy. So and he got it to her. But yeah, so I got to talk to Sally and Mizzy and Ina for a few minutes again. That was really great. I went up to Sally and she's like, so I heard you missed your flight, and I was like, yeah, I did, Sally. And it's like, so I heard you missed your handshake session last week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Alexa, this is sad. Play Despacito.
What was her response?
Yeah. Okay, good thing I have my headphones on because I have an echo right next to me.
I don't even have one.
That would have been bad if I had my speakers on right now.
That would
All right.
Awesome.
But yeah, it was a funny exchange. But it was good that I got to see Sally after she goofed on the mini live hand or high touch. So talked to Sally and then Mizzy and then Ina. And yeah, it was great overall.
Actually, I'm curious. You mentioned a goof, but I don't know what the goof is. So.
Oh, you missed that?
Well, the goof was Sally staying up almost all night the night before the live,
drinking coffee,
drinking coffee and energy drinks,
Red Bull.
just like
What's
she was
she
pounding
doing?
down caffeine, which of course dehydrates you. Then she was not getting sleep, and then the next day they had to perform in 100-degree weather basically
during that deadly heat wave.
Oh, right, and surprise, Sally was dehydrated and got heat stroke, and so she couldn't come to the high touch afterwards. Yeah.
I hope she listens to this.
That lovable idiot.
I bought 30 tickets. Well, not 30. I bought 25 tickets that day, and so those all went down the drain.
Right.
Yeah.
Refund.
So
refund.
They do not do refunds. So I was.
Sally should personally refund you.
There we go.
Could have bought some Tokyo Towers with that money. At least you would have got something out of that.
Yeah, I with the money I spent at High Touches over the last month, I could have bought almost 10 towers, I think, something like that. But yeah,
You'll probably be responsible for their Oricon ranking going up really high.
Sure.
You and Negiko.
yeah. Negi buys almost as many as I do, so
Loaded boys.
Wow.
not anymore.
You're not anymore.
Wow.
Not anymore.
Spending your life
Crickets in
savings
that wallet.
away.
Yeah, it's Sally's fault that I'm broke now. So, but that was fun. But I guess probably not gonna get to make the next event. So I had to get my fill of Sally time in while I was still there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's actually really good. At least, one plane ticket was worth it. Or is it 3 since you missed your flight?
Yeah.
But anyway, as a person who, hasn't actually gone to any of their events, I appreciate your efforts. You're
Took one for
supporting
the
them
team.
so that I can kind of enjoy from a distance.
Yeah, I'm sure
feels
their
like we're really there.
I'm sure their accountant appreciates my efforts too. So.
Right. So, is that it for the events? I think
And then there's
quite
the
interesting.
Well,
the next one. Yeah.
there was one more.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So how was that one? Who went to that?
So me and Onee.
Oh, okay.
And this one was in Kawasaki, and this one they did actually different. They did different games this time around. So this one they did. They had like one person was like basically wearing headphones, and they couldn't hear the clues or whatever. And so then the other two were going to act out a scene and give her hints through acting out the scene. So Sally is the one that that was like the blindfolded person or whatever, So the game was like, there's the scene with who, what, and where. And so it was like, so who was it? It was Hokaze Chiharu, of course. Because the suggestions were thrown out by the crowd. So, and then the what was, she's going to buy Okra. And then the where, which this is my suggestion, I actually said it just randomly. I was like, at the zoo. I said Dobutsu.
Lovely.
And,
buying okra at the zoo.
Yeah. So like they're acting at the scene, and then Sally had to try to guess what they're talking about. She got the first two relatively easily, but then the last one, the zoo, she kept on wanting to say safari park and aquarium. And then eventually she got zoo. Yeah.
Go for the least obvious options first, of course.
Yeah.
Safari Park.
Where do you find animals? The safari park.
Yeah. And then the other game is called Papers, and I guess before the event, I didn't realize this. The fans, the people in the crowd, they could write in like different sentences or lines, and then they get put into a box, and then they would act out the scene. And basically at different times during the scene, they would pull out one of the papers and read the line, and it's pretty funny.
So it's like Mad Libs.
Yeah, okay.
I was just about to say Mad Libs as well.
Yeah.
Anything interesting come out of that?
Conversation. So this one, this event was different members. Well, slightly different members. So it was Sally, Aina, and Nagumi. And Nagami was kind of quiet the whole time, as expected.
I imagine if it was Nagumin, she would be like really quiet for the whole thing, and the only thing she would say is the paper that she pulled out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because she had to.
Yeah.
Onee, did you have any impressions from that? Onee, did you have any impressions?
Sorry, talking to me. No. I was just gonna
I thought your webcam
clarify.
actually
Sorry,
froze.
the first part was that so they had to pick one, like a culprit. So they have to give her headphones, and they talk about like what Matt told us a while ago. So the one who was killed was Chiharu, and she was killed with an okra, and that happened in the Dobutsuen. So that was the scene, and yeah, I just want to clarify on that one. And then on the papers, a game. So Sally was playing the girl, and then she was caught up in between. Who was that again? Aina and Nagumin. So there were the guys in up. They were playing guys in the little in that whatchamacallit?
Scene.
Yeah, scene there. Yeah, there it goes. And I can't remember. They said something really good, and the fans actually love it. Sally, all three of them said that it ended really well because there was a really good line said at the end, and they were thinking, I can't remember what that is though, but it was, I think funny because some of the lines it didn't, it was just random. So, there was one line where Aina said,
I think it was Oyasumi Nasai randomly.
Yeah, just random lines.
One of them was like saying good night.
Something about Onee-chan. So there were so in the box before the event, so fans were asked what lines or sentences they could say at in certain situations. So there were like 3. I can't remember the other one, but it was like one was somewhere where you are with your someone you like. So what are you gonna say? And then the other one was like a situation where you're with your favorite teacher. So those were the situations. I can't remember the other one though. That's it. I just can't remember the last line, but they ended pretty well. The Japanese fans love it. The papers scene. So yeah, I can't say much though because I can't remember exactly what they actually said. But I remember I was laughing because those were like really random lines to say in a situation that they were in the situation they were acting on. So yeah, it was funny. It was interesting. Yeah, I kind of like it more than the first one, the Sally Mizuha Aina thing. Yeah.
The previous ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe someone's done like a synopsis or something online, probably in Japanese, so we can.
Actually, they did do it on Twitter. They did do it on Twitter. The 227 staff account. They always do it for each thing. They kind of give highlights of what each answer was. So you could have seen that last week.
I didn't see that.
Okay,
yeah,
you know what?
just
We
the
should look
posts
that
with
up.
the pictures. Yeah.
We should look that up and just translate them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm really curious about what they said since Onee said it was really funny. I'm like, what? What was funny? Like, it was just really funny, but I don't remember.
Random lines.
So I'm gonna have to go look them up.
Sorry.
All right, I'm probably gonna look it up afterwards. Right, my fandom has been sparked again. My fandom feels. All right, so I guess is that pretty much it for the event reports? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, then let's move on to some news. So of course the third single is coming out soon, right? And some of the B-sides have already been revealed on radio, right? It was on The Catch. So far, we have actually been able to hear all of the B-sides. So
yes, all of them.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so there's
As of tonight,
Futashika no Seishun, Zetsubo no Hana, Idaten Musume, and then Mirai ga Aru. So, Aru Kara. So, which is your favorite? So maybe we can start with Tzion. Which is your favorite?
Mine's Idaten Musume. I don't know. It just got the catchiest. It really feels like the most dynamic of the songs. A lot of the songs they sing, like in general, tend to sort of stay the same throughout the song. It feels like they maintain the same sort of level, and Idaten Musume just feels like it changes it up and like actually has a bit more going on.
Layers, like Shrek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like an onion.
Layers. Well, I hate onions, so there. Right. So, Matt, which is your favorite?
I'd say none of them.
Have you listened to them all?
Have you listened to them?
I listened to the most recent one, the one we just saw like 2 minutes ago.
So you haven't heard the other three?
Oh.
I listened to the first two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess Idaten Musume was like the one I guess stood out the most, but I couldn't tell you what it was, so I'll just say Rikaisha is the best one. Actually, I did ask Sally that she said Idaten Musume is like her favorite song from this single, so
I could tell she was singing it on her live stream the other day.
Yeah. Well, it does have that one character from her name, so...
Yeah, it's the one
she is-
character in the name
Right,
I
well,
know.
she's Ten-chan, so, it's got 10 in there. Good enough. Right. How about Jarryd? What's your favorite?
Yeah, Idaten Musume. That's a bop. That's good shit. I like it. Oh. That's
I
good.
feel
That's
so
good one.
outnumbered.
I like the upbeat stuff. I haven't heard all the other ones, but I think I listened to the first two, but I can't remember. I just remember that they were slower, and they weren't my speed. But yeah, they're all right. They're not bad. They're just not my genre.
they're forgettable.
What is your genre?
I like that you say that they weren't your speed, but Idaten Musume literally means like fast girl. So Idaten Musume is apparently your speed.
Puns.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast.
All right. How about Onee?
Hey. Yeah. What?
Favorite?
Yeah. Sorry. I like. Sorry, I'm a boring person. I like Mirai ga Arukara the most, and then I would say Futashika no Seishun, and then Zetsubo no Hana, and then Idaten Musume. I don't know. I'm more into the slow idol song than the upbeat one, and man, I've heard a lot of. I don't know. It sounds similar. Idaten Musume sounds like a song I've heard before, so it doesn't seem like new to me. Well, I don't know. That's it. Also, I like the boring songs. Yeah. Mirai ga Arukara.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, she's a musician, so her vote counts for 2.
Oh.
Right. She gets double points. Personally, for me though, my ranking is probably okay. Well, to be fair, I haven't heard Mirai ga Arukara, so of the 3, I like Zetsubo no Hana the best, then Futashika no Seishun, and then Idaten Musume. It's probably because Zetsubo no Hana is a little bit more sad, and that's just my mood recently. And then for Futashikana, I actually really, really like the title itself. I feel like it encompasses what adolescence is. It's definitely uncertain. And then the song itself sounds quite meaningful from what I was able to pick up from the lyrics. Idaten, for me, it's just not mood right now. So that's why. That's why. I mean, maybe if I had listened to it at another time, it would be my favorite. Like, for me, I feel I don't have a particular genre that I always consistently like. So it's just based on mood. Yeah. But, yeah, title-wise, I also really like Futashikana.
Oh.
I don't know why. I just really like that title, even though I'm old.
Uncertain.
Right, so that's it for now. When is the 3rd single actually coming out? Do we have a date?
Isn't it on the 22nd? Yeah.
The 22nd.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Have you guys pre-ordered?
Next Wednesday? Holy hell.
Next episode, it'll be out. So we probably give our actual full impressions of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys
Exciting.
already pre-order?
I've pre-ordered the standard version, but I've yet to get my pre-orders in for the normal 2 types.
Oh, okay. Is anything...
So I got to get that done.
Does it come with anything?
The Type A and B come with photo cards, I'm pretty sure.
And
then depending where you pre-order,
lottery tickets,
and event tickets. And depending on where you pre-order, you can also get other bonuses as well, posters and stuff.
Oh.
Yep.
I love bonuses. That's like the only reason why I buy things.
That's half the reason I'm buying them is for the photo cards.
I've already pre-ordered like 70 copies.
But those ones didn't come with anything.
And I'm not going to get them either. they're just going to rot somewhere. I'm not going to get any of those copies that I pre-ordered.
Right. I actually, to be honest, I haven't ordered them. So I might just pick one up at a local shop or something.
Do they sell them there?
Yeah, they do.
Hong Kong? Wow.
That's awesome.
Like an import shop, I guess?
Yeah, import shops.
Oh, okay.
So they pretty much have everything here at a markup, but it's really convenient, so I can pick it up right away. And I like instant satisfaction. I don't like to wait for my orders to arrive. Right?
If the
Then
markup is
there's
like
tension.
less than the shipping, then
We have
Yeah.
another method if you want to get it. Not sure if we'll talk about that now. Should we talk about that?
All
now?
right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
So
guys.
speaking
perfect
of that,
segue.
go ahead.
So yeah, if this is your boy Matto here, and we're gonna have. I'm doing a proxy pre-order service for the Rikaisha single. So if you would like to directly support 22/7, you can order through me, because if you order directly from like CD Japan or Amazon, those do not count for the Oricon rankings. So if you have someone in Japan order them for you and then send them to you wherever you are, that will then support. That will go towards the Oricon rankings. And then also like I will order them like from each store if they're not sold out already. So you can get like the pre-order bonuses, get the extra posters, photo card or whatever. And yeah, I'll just send it all out to you. It's pretty simple, I guess. It might be confusing at first, but I mean, I did this before with Shampoo Nioi Gashita, so it worked out pretty well. So if you are interested in pre-ordering a copy and getting like the bonuses, hit me up in Twitter or also in the Discord channel. I also do another service where if you want to get in on the lottery where they give away like the free signed checky or a letter written by a member or the signed poster, I can also do that for you where I can send it in on your behalf and hopefully you can win.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
Source endorses this message.
All right.
I endorse Matt's service.
Yeah.
The disclaimer: I have not actually used it.
I can vouch for him. It's good service. 2 thumbs up.
But speaking of plugs, don't we have something else to plug?
Okay,
While
we
we're
wanna do
on this topic.
While we're on the topic of
It's the commercial
plugging
break.
pigs. Right, so this is Jarryd speaking right now. I'm currently selling a little bit of fan merch. If your favorite character from 22/7 happens to be Kono Miyako, I'm the guy for you. I've got Miyako keychains featuring some fan art that I drew that I'm selling contact me on Twitter about these. They're going for $10 Australian each plus shipping. I've also got on it's my pinned tweet on my Twitter. It's also got prices for US dollars and Japanese yen, if that applies to you. So if you're interested, I've only got a couple left, but hit me up on Twitter and we can sort things out. It's all good. I ship worldwide.
I was like, what is this Australian dollar thing? How much is that? How much is that in real money?
Yeah.
How much is that in real money? I only recognize the yen. Alright. So, now that we've done our commercial break, let's talk about a few other things. So, a few more episodes of Keisanchuu has actually aired, right? So,
Yes.
for me,
Yeah.
I've only watched the first episode, but from what I gather, they have at least one other girl animated now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, 2 for next week as well.
Yeah, because I only saw the one, so I'm quite excited to see them all animated at some point. I mean, why aren't they all animated? Do they not have enough gear or something?
They have to earn it.
Yeah.
Right, so who's actually watched the new episodes?
Not me.
This guy.
Oh.
I have.
Okay, so what's been happening? Spoil me.
Since the first episode a lot. Since the last podcast, though, they've covered Anime Expo.
Yeah.
2 episodes in LA so far.
We gotta see our girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Azure got featured.
As featured on this podcast, Azir.
She was here first.
Internet.
Before they were famous.
Actually, not internet. TVs, Azir. That's...
Yeah.
As seen on TV.
As you're best known for being on the Nanabun podcast, Azure is now featured on TV.
Yeah, we made her what she is. Okay, not really.
She's gonna listen to this and roll her eyes so hard.
We want some credit, please. So they did cover AX, so of course Azure was featured. What was Sally doing there?
She was going around as Sakura.
Yeah.
They had a basically first-person camera perspective where Sally was wearing this forehead cam.
She wasn't wearing it, she was
Sakura-
carrying it.
Was she carrying it?
Yeah,
She was
I-
carrying
I-
it. There's a lot of photos.
Okay, so she's going around with this. Basically, she had it in front of her face, more or less, so it was first-person view.
It would have been
And
funnier
and
if it
talking
was
to
strapped on her
cosplayer.
forehead.
Yeah, and then she was talking to cosplayers as if she was Sakura, so in character.
Oh.
It's so when she met Azure, it was like a Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man moment,
My doppelganger.
right?
Which one would be the evil Sakura?
Probably Sally.
Yeah, probably.
Right. If you meet a doppelganger, one of you has to be the evil one, right?
Well, I think one of you has to die. Is the rule, actually.
Oh, that escalated
I'm pretty sure
quickly.
meeting your doppelganger means you're gonna die soon. I'm pretty sure that's what the original
Oh, I thought
myth
you meant like a
says,
death
but-
match or something. Fight to the death.
No. It's a death omen. Meeting your doppelganger.
Oh, Lord, I met a kid who looked just like me
know
when I
that.
was like 10 years old in primary school.
Maybe you're
Oh,
already
you're gonna
dead,
die
Jarryd.
someday.
You're already dead. It's like the sixth sense.
He might be dead. He might be dead.
He
My mum
might
was
be. Yeah,
dead.
maybe he died. Maybe
all
Jarredd's
dead
the
inside.
doppelganger.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
Did you choose? The question is, did you choose the knife or the bat to fight your doppelganger?
The bat, definitely.
Ooh.
Bat. Longer reach.
Yeah, exactly.
Though it would probably be uglier as a fight.
It was brutal.
So, anything exciting happen at AX? Because I didn't watch any of the footage.
They were very popular at AX, from what I hear.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They had massive crowds.
They did multiple like stages. Like they did like what 2 or 3 a day. I think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 a
Like
day.
that? 3 a day,
For
and
2
every
days,
one of
yeah.
them was completely packed.
So packed that they were like, people were flooding the outside of the area and the
Yeah,
staff hated
like they
them.
didn't prepare enough room for people to stand.
They didn't
so,
anticipate it at all.
Right.
Oh.
It was just a massive surge of people at every single performance. Well, stage, I should say. They weren't really all performances, but
As much
were
as the
these-
staff hated it, it was pretty good for the group.
yeah.
probably. But were they mostly Sally fans, or were they
Yeah.
fans of all girls?
At the beginning, a lot of people were showing up for Sally, but from what I hear, a lot of people came out of it really liking Reina and May.
Right.
Yes, May.
Because we
Get
had a lot of
those
people join the
fans.
Discord from that, and a lot of people were saying that they really, really liked May and Reina, which was surprising. But all the better. Bit more diversity in the fan base.
True, and with Reina, I can kind of understand. I feel like she has a lot of otaku appeal, and she talks about anime and seiyuu so much that
And PUBG.
You know, and PUBG that I feel like she fits the demo for the people going there. With May, I'm a
Of
bit
course,
more
Reina
surprised.
and May are both zero English.
Yeah.
So, which was funny, like on this week's Keisanchuu, they continued to be in LA, but they were like on the streets of LA, like tour, like vacation stuff. Yeah, the hitting the streets, getting hard, you know.
That's an unfortunate use of a word.
No, it was perfect. It was worded brilliantly. Keep going.
They had a challenge this week to bring souvenirs back for the hosts of Keisanchuu, the two dudes whose names I don't know at all.
They're cool dudes, though.
Cool dudes, that's their names.
Cool
and Dude. Cool and Dude. That's their name. Yeah. Cool and Dude. So they had to bring Cool and Dude some souvenirs, and so the challenge was Sally went separately from Reina. Well, I say Sally, but it was actually Sakura or whatever. So Sakura had to find a gift, and because she's from America, she went on her own. And then I don't remember Reina and Mei's character names.
Nicole for Mei and Ayaka for Reina.
Okay, so Nicole and Ayaka had to. They went off together to also find a gift, and the gifts had to be like American gifts, like they had to be reminiscent of America.
Cool.
Was the challenge, and so whoever found the most American thing to bring back would be the winner.
Cool American Doritos.
Yeah. So Sally went to a grocery. Sally immediately went to a grocery store. Because that's how. Okay, Sakura, because that's how the person inside of Sakura thinks. Is when she thinks America, she thinks food. Brilliant. Like she thinks junk food specifically, and so she just like goofed around in a grocery store for a while, and eventually bought some red vines and sour punch straws, and then Nicole and Ayaka, not speaking any English, like fumbled their way through the streets of LA until they eventually like ended up on 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica.
Yeah, that was it.
And where they have lots of like tourist shops and stuff. And at first they got confused and accidentally went into a gift shop that was nothing but import stuff from Great Britain. and they were like, "Oh, this is American." And then one of them was like, "Wait, isn't this England?" it was pretty great.
Well, thank God one of them realized.
Yeah, they had a Union Jack shirt, and like, one of them was like, "Hey, look, it's the American flag," and then the other one was like, "Wait, I think this is not the American flag."
I'm gonna watch the episode to find out which said what, because I want to know which one was dumb.
The problem is you couldn't. It was first person perspective, so you couldn't see them talking. Like
I think the models had lip flap. The models had lip flap.
Oh yeah, they had the little bubbles of their face of the character faces.
Yeah, I want to know who doesn't know the flag.
I don't even remember, but they ended up buying this like fairy dress thing. Like there was like these like iridescent, translucent, gauzy sort of wings that you wear and like do this wing flappy thing.
Because that is America.
It didn't
wingsuit.
Anyway, there's a picture now of Sally wearing it on the stream.
In the motion capture suit.
On the Twitter. Yeah, in the mocap suit, Sally wearing this fairy dress. But Sally ended up winning the challenge as for who found the most American gift because American candy.
Unfair advantage.
Yeah. Reina and Mei didn't really know what they were doing. Like they just kind of sort of wandered around like in confusion until they found something they thought was cute. Basically, is how it went.
When in doubt, buy a flag.
But next week's Keisanchuu is apparently going to have a cooking challenge.
Yeah, this is what I was getting.
So you guys make sure to tune in for that train wreck.
It's balanced because Sally can't cook for shit, and Kanai is going to be in that one, and she does cook very well, so it balances it out.
So we're going to get to see Sally humiliated.
That's like the opposite of balance.
We just got it. We just got Sally cooking on stream, and it was terrible.
Yeah, but now all of Tokyo's going to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, Sally cooking. Sally cooking.
No, but she's going to be like, no, I was acting, guys. It's not really me.
Right, I think we should transition here into the Sally cooking for a minute. It just fits.
More Sally cooking.
So who all watched that?
I have not watched it yet.
Stream?
Hello, yes, me.
Bits and pieces. I was like in the middle
Brilliant.
of an
Okay.
AKB event and watching
So
it. And
Jarryd and I watched the whole thing then, I guess.
I
So-
did
No,
see tweets about it though.
I've got a highlight
Yeah.
Did not
YouTube
go
video
well.
up that covers it all. If you want to watch that too,
Right.
that's good.
Yeah, so Sally cooked on Saturday. She tried to make omurice.
Yes,
She
5-star gourmet.
tried being the operative word. Her her
poor
goal,
Baba.
her dream was to make omurice.
Lofty dreams.
Yeah, well,
far too lofty for one such as Sally.
she had good intentions.
She had the best of intentions, but she failed at every single step.
It's
Yeah.
just an omelet on rice, right?
The only thing she did properly was the initial steaming of the rice, which was done before the stream
It
began.
was in the
Did she
fridge.
even do it?
I'm guessing the rice was probably steamed by her mother.
Well, yeah, she didn't know that they had rice until she went looking for it. She was surprised when she walked back with the rice. So, she definitely
She didn't
make
prepare
that
at all.
Her grandma made
She
that
didn't-
rice.
Yeah, she had no preparations done in advance. She wanted to make the kind of omurice that sort of oozes when you cut it open.
It had the meringue on top.
It doesn't actually have meringue in it. I don't know
That's
where
what she made.
She
Okay.
she decided she got it into her head that for some reason the oozing omurice requires meringue, and
She was going by
so
a
she
picture, not a recipe.
She spent most of the stream like whipping this egg white
40
into
minutes.
meringue
40 minutes.
by hand. Yeah,
It was
so
bad.
hand whipping egg whites into meringue, and she forgot to mix the yolk back in at the end, so it just ended up being white, looking like some sort of like
And then she put
dried,
the
it
yolks
looked
in
like
the
dried
pan.
fish or something.
She put
Yeah,
the yolks in the pan afterwards and then flipped the meringue onto the yolks.
she just threw the yolk straight into the frying pan,
It was so bad.
and she
so
she
bad.
horribly burnt the rice too. Like,
That's right.
she kept saying that she wasn't gonna burn the rice, and then she left it there, and because obviously the top of something doesn't burn when you leave it in the frying pan. So she was looking at the top of the rice, and she's like, "Oh, it's just steaming on the pan. That's good." And then she went to like flip the rice over, and it was like all burnt and crusty. And she's like, "Oh." And then she just sort of mixed it in a little bit, and like kept going.
How can she sometimes be so smart and yet sometimes be so dumb?
Yeah, well. It's, legend, I stand.
It was painful to watch, and then she said she was gonna make her grandmother eat it, but I guess she relented, or her grandmother was like, "Oh, no way." She ended up making her cousin test it out.
Her cousin tried it
Uh,
on Twitter. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. And her cousin basically said that it had no flavor. Like the meringue had no flavor, which isn't surprising because it was literally just egg whites, right, with nothing
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least she fully cooked everything this time. I feel like that is a step forward for her.
There was nothing raw. Yeah, it was just like
There was no salmonella either, so that's a step up.
there's.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
She's improved. She has
We're
improved.
getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
I feel like it's more of a lateral step rather than an improvement.
Well, yeah, she didn't. It wasn't raw, but then it was burnt, so maybe she.
Yeah, it wasn't raw, nor was it something that anybody would want to eat. So
It's pretty great.
That's hilarious.
it's, living up to expectations.
Yeah, our very low expectations. Somehow, though, she still slips
Easily impressed.
under that bar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we're talking about Sally, her YouTube actually has a new goal now, right? So
Yeah, Sakura.
Yes.
yeah, so Sakura's YouTube channel now has a new subscriber goal, and that's 100,000 subs for a solo song. So actually, what's the progress on that? How many subs does she have right now?
I will actually look that up right now because I've.
She
got the screen.
has 24,217.
Wow.
How
That's
dare
a
you?
lot.
I know.
Okay,
how
so
4?
24,217.
oh well, we're quite far off from that goal then. I mean, I've
About a
already
quarter of
subbed.
the way there.
Yeah. So
She's
anyone
growing.
who hasn't subbed needs to sub.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, considering how long her channel's been up, she's moving pretty quickly.
yeah, it's pretty crazy growth.
Yeah, I'm just wondering by the time she gets 100,000 whether she would already have had a solo song.
That's the question, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, maybe management just won't give her one. Like, unless...
Everyone else will get solo songs before
right.
Holding
and
it.
they're gonna hold on to hers.
Like, no, Sally, you had a requirement.
It seems like a harder goal. Like a
Yeah, I think
pretty difficult goal.
because
It's a
I think she
steep
reached
goal.
the first one pretty quickly, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why
really,
now
yeah.
they've made it a lot more difficult.
The thing
Right.
is, I'm not even sure if staff realize this, but 100,000 subscribers is the requirements to get I think it's a silver play button on YouTube. So you actually
Yeah,
get an award
silver
sent
play
from
button.
YouTube for doing that,
Mhm.
and not
Although-
everyone gets there easily. So
It's not silver anymore. It's
Is it
just like
not
a
silver?
mirror. It's like
That's
a little... Like,
technically silver, I think they still call it.
it's a
but-
silver play button, yes, but they
But it's
don't
like a
actually
mirror
send you a
finish.
silver play button anymore.
Yeah,
It's like a piece of mirrored glass with a play button etched onto it.
Oh.
It's very
damn.
disappointing, actually, compared to the old ones, which were actually
Yeah.
like a lump of like silver.
I guess it got expensive
They
for
down.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Those cheapskates.
yeah.
I'd still want a plaque though, like if I were a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Better than nothing. Could still sell it.
Right, so projections here. I'm on Social Blade at the moment with her channel up, and based on current stats of her channel and the growth, they're predicting it'll take 12 months to get to 100,000.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Mm.
Yeah, but her subs do spike every time she uploads a video. She actually gets a spike, like a few hundred more than normal.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the more she uploads, the more following she's gonna get, the quicker that'll go. So,
See how should it compare to some other
Kizuna Ai.
YouTubers? Yeah, Kizuna Ai.
I'm quite interested
collab when?
I'm interested in what type of solo song she would get if she got one, or rather when she gets one. I
If the
mean,
anime's out by then, they'd be able to flesh it out a bit more, I guess. More
Yeah.
related to the character, because at the moment everything's kind of just left, right, and center. I think.
yeah, because at this point I'm expecting something like, I don't know, PPAP or something from her as a solo song.
Yeah, or like a children's song.
I'd accept
Oh
this.
god.
Because you think Sally Amaki, you think solo song, you're not thinking deep, sensitive.
No.
You're thinking crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, so I don't know. I kind of want her to release the solo song while she still has this image, because I feel like it'd be funnier and more interesting than once she gets a character and it's all based on that.
I want to see like Sakura's official cover of Banana Phone.
Oh,
Oh,
banana
no.
phone. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
That's I think that would fit Sally perfectly.
It's the right color.
Yeah, she can just do a cover as her solo song.
Right.
So if she gets there so fast, management will probably just like yoink jokes. There was no solo song. It was all a prank, bro. Like when she reached 10,
mad.
when she reached 10,000, they were like, "We'll give you something at 10,000." They gave her a duck. It was like a rubber duck. they didn't give, and that duck never came back for any future videos.
Wow, they're trolling her. It's like they learnt from Sally, and they were like, "Well."
They're learning.
Alright, well, I think that's basically all the news that we have, and basically what's happened since the last podcast. But we do have upcoming events, right? So one of the events coming up will be the free live at Odaiba, right? What is that about?
It's a free live in Odaiba.
Thank you very much, Matt, for that
Brilliant,
valuable
yes.
information. So this is
Yeah.
an all members live, right?
Yeah.
So they're
yeah.
not selecting anyone. Oh, and do you just show up, or is there a process?
Just show up.
I think you just show up. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they said there was like a high touch or anything.
Oh,
Yeah, this is part of that
Yeah,
music
so just
festival,
go there,
so it's right. It's not a like Nanabun specific event. They're performing as part of a larger thing.
all right. So it's a pretty short performance. It's only 30 minutes scheduled, right? And I expect this will have some promo and talk. So performance time will actually be a lot shorter than that.
Probably just one song.
Yeah, probably three,
Oh,
four
three,
songs
four.
max. You think one song? I think
Two
a
or
few. It's a
three
music
songs.
festival.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think it'll be an old song that's more known, or do you think they'll be promoting the new single?
They're promoting the new single.
They'll definitely do Rikaisha.
I think they'll do Rikaisha. They'll probably do like Shampoo or something though.
Yeah.
Or like Jin.
Or they can do one of the coupling songs.
Like they'll probably. Yeah, they'll probably do one of the older songs and then like maybe 2 newer ones.
Yeah, that seems to make sense. All right, and then moving on, there's also the VR event.
Yes.
Right. So I think Jarryd, you had some thoughts on that.
I'm curious how they're gonna do it, like what kind of VR they're doing, because I think the way VR works normally, because they're doing like 150 people, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, and doing all that through like actual VR on like computers would be really weird to do, because it would all have to be synchronized, and you'd have to have 150 different computers, and that's just, I don't think that's even possible. It might be, I don't know. I've never seen it done before. So I'm just anticipating it'll probably be done with mobile phones in headsets that'll all be synced up to some kind of live stream of a 360-degree video, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, I'm curious. I just want to see how they do it, if it comes out any good or not.
Yeah, and that's on launch day for the new
Yes.
single.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
It's in Shibuya.
that's
Which is
actually
where the
quite
music video
interesting.
is.
And where
music
their
video is so
headquarters
good.
is.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
that too.
Well, not actually. That's not where their headquarters are, but
Isn't it right near there where their office is?
no, that their headquarters are the handshake venue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I find that actually really interesting. They're probably one of the only idol groups that do VR events at this point. I mean, barring actual digital idols,
Well,
you know.
they are.
They're kind of, it's interesting because they're kind of in between, like stuff like Love Live, those, you know, animated
2D
idols,
idols.
and then also, of course, real life idols. They're kind of straddling that line.
2.5D idols.
And yeah, I mean, they have that, but then they're also doing the motion capture, which is like another layer on top of
It's
actually
4D.
voicing the
That's
characters. So, you know, it's interesting to see how they move forward because they're kind of pioneers right now.
Yeah, they're definitely pioneering the sort of genre they're going for with the CG music videos. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Actually, I think if they've done
What
like
comes out of it.
a VR live, like on, like for like Hatsune Miku, they've done like a VR. But I
Yeah,
think it's like not
that's-
actual VR, but it's like it's
Yeah.
a movie that you watched and is in the
Yeah.
headset.
Well, that's what I'm
with,
assuming. This is going to be something along those lines.
with Hatsune Miku, like, when she does a live and stuff, can she interact with fans? Like, how does she, you know, talk to people?
Well, there's a person backstage is just talking into the Vocaloid box or whatever. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Is it like the same person, or do they switch people?
It's the same person.
Oh, so one
I
person
guess.
is Hatsune Miku,
Yeah.
kinda?
I think it's a dude, isn't it?
Miku's a digital voice.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
does
but I mean-
someone speak?
Well, I mean, someone has to write what she says, right?
Yeah.
So if you interact with her, like, who is scripting her?
Yeah, that's
Who's the
I mean,
puppeteer?
I think they have some canned responses, or else they have like a script that's sort of like, she'll ask the crowd like, "Are you excited?" And they'll say yes, and then she'll be like, "I'm excited too." And it's like
a default.
It's not
Does the
really a
crowd ever
response.
say
Response.
no?
Default conversation.
That's the point. It's not really it's not really a real response. It's the illusion of interaction, right? So.
Right. Yeah, so that's why I think with this group it's really nice because, you know, they have real girls and they are representing, you know, the voice of the character. So you get some real interaction, which is, you know, something new compared to things like Vocaloid. Okay, so
Oh, I just
finally...
remembered.
Oh, yes?
I just remembered. Yeah, this is probably some big news. Our boy Jarryd was featured on Sakura's YouTube channel.
oh yeah.
Secret project that he was teasing
Hey.
for like 6 months. It wasn't 6 months. It was like
6
1
months. It was like 8 months. Not even.
3
Not
weeks.
even. What I got? Yeah. Well, that goes back to a while ago. When was the DM date? Let me see. So yeah, it was almost a month ago. I got a DM from the official Fujima Sakura Twitter account, which sent me screaming. I lost it when that happened. That was crazy. Because I thought they were going to tell me to stop doing what I'm doing.
Cease and desist.
Well, because at the time I was doing a little side project where I was trying to make like fake anime footage of Sakura. Just like try to fool people. But then they were like, "Hey, we noticed your fan art of Fujima Sakura. We would like to feature you in a YouTube video with full credit. Is that okay with you? Please respond by da 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 da." So I was like, "Yeah, of course." They didn't tell me which one they wanted to use. I was like, "Yeah, of course. That's cool. Why not?" And then they came back to me a week or so later, and they were like, "Thank you for your response. Could you please send us the file by da 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 da?" And I was like, "Okay, what file? You still haven't told me which one you wanted." So I sent them my two best ones that I'd done, which were the koala one and the one where she was like carrying her jacket over her shoulder. Turns out in the end, in the video that they did, they chose none of those. And they went to my Instagram account and they picked out one that I'd drawn that was based off some concept sketches that the anime staff had done.
Thanks for your submission. We will use neither.
Yeah, exactly. But then in the video, they also showed off a bunch of other fan artists as well, some of them that I've known from Instagram. And they also said that they might do more of those in the future. So to anyone who's listening who does artwork, fan art of any kind, keep
Get
trying.
good.
Yeah, post it out there, tag people. If you get noticed, it's not that hard, I don't think.
At the moment, when the anime comes out, then, things will really get difficult, probably. Early bird.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm, exactly.
Early bird gets noticed by senpai.
Yeah.
All right, so congratulations, Jarryd. Patchy.
Thank you.
And then, upcoming, they have some handshakes coming up. And this is going to happen around Halloween. So for the one on the 21st, apparently the members will be wearing Halloween costumes. Right?
Yes.
So that's pretty exciting. I think when they did a showroom during Halloween before, the costumes were pretty interesting. And that was probably one of my favorite showrooms that they did. So I'm looking forward to what they are going to wear for this as well.
Yeah, I hope they don't recycle them.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hopefully they'll have something new.
Well, I know Pikachu's hoping that Brewery gets her baby metal outfit out again.
Yeah. Do you guys have any kind of ideas, or maybe just some things that you wish they would wear?
Off the top of my head, no. I'm more so interested in seeing what specific members are going to wear, though. I couldn't predict if you asked me to. I got no idea. Especially with Sally, I had no idea what she'd do.
I want to see Sally do an actual character cosplay.
That'd be interesting, but it'd probably have to be an Aniplex licensed product, because otherwise there'd be copyright issues, I'm sure.
For a handshake event, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, because, other idols have, cosplayed as well, right?
Yeah. For a handshake event, it should be okay, because they're not distributing, they're not selling any footage or anything like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It depends how strict the staff are. Sometimes staff can be like, everything you do in life reflects work.
Oh, yeah, the staff might do that, but I don't think it would be a legal issue, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if they were overcautious, then they might not allow it. But I'm kind of hoping they'll be a bit lenient. I know with the 48 groups, I've seen them do, different anime as well.
Yeah. At their Junkin tournaments, they usually wear a crazy cosplay.
Yeah, so hopefully they can wear something cool. Fingers crossed. Alright, so I guess that's everything for today. Does anyone have anything to add?
Nope, not here.
We covered a lot of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, actually, it ended up being longer than I imagined. Right, so, well, that's it for today, but tune in next time because the single will be out then, and I'm sure we can get some better impressions as well.
And we'll talk about the next episodes of Keisanchuu.
That's too. Right, shall we do our traditional sign-off?
Oh no.
Matt?
Okay, I'll count us down. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Dab.
There you go.
All right.
Alright.
See ya. See you
Bye.
guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.